All right, we're back to Everquest. I've got a group for Old Sebulus. We are going to what's it called? Disco? Going to disco? I've never been there. This is also a pug group, so I have no idea if this is going to be weird. All right, who knows, man. I'm making my way over there right now. Uh, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna have to look up a map too because I'm not entirely sure where the heck disco is. If I'm being totally honest here, I'm gonna have to explore a little bit. I do have the ability to invis and stuff, but since the last stream, I have now made it to level 50. I'm now level 50. I can't remember. Was the last stream level 40 in the Dread Lane? No, that was in Guk, I think. I think it was in Lower Guk a week ago. Yeah. Ooh, we definitely had some progress. A little bit of progress here. Oh, and I have discovered the old models. We have swapped back to I did it was this was in the launcher. If you open up the launcher, you can actually tell it to use the old models instead of the newer ones, which is interesting because it's sort of an artistic flair on the game. I kind of like it. I'm enjoying it at the moment. The ogres and whatnot are pretty funny looking. We'll see though. First things first, we got to get the heck over to Sibilis and hope that the group is uh, not hateful. I've come across my share of hateful groups so far in this TLP. Thankfully, I've only been in two of them. The rest have all been great. Most of the people have been wonderful. But you got to keep an eye out, man. You got to keep an eye out. Some of these people here, they're crazy. They're crazy. Greedy and crazy. Oh my goodness. And last night I did my very first raid, my very first EverQuest raid. That was a great deal of fun. I recorded it and I'll have a video about it. Um, it should be coming out soonish. The footage it's in 4K, so it's a little rough for me to. I have to pre-render it, proxy, render it, edit it, record voiceover, and then render it all a second time. It's a whole process. We are headed down here to the southeast corner of the ruins of Sibilis. Now these frogs are jerks. They hit fairly hard and they can team up on you, but I'm pretty quick, so I should be able to outrun them. We'll see. We'll see. And I'm gonna have to move my stuff a little bit. I normally don't play in full screen, but when I stream, I play in full screen because otherwise it looks a little weird. Definitely gonna need a map though. If I remember correctly, the Project 99 wiki has camp locations on it. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. I am pretty sure. So I'm gonna need to double check that. I've been using the 99 wiki for most things. If I'm gonna be honest with you, what is it, Alec Kazam, or is it something else? I'm not sure. The one that like when I Google something, it's either the 99 wiki or this other one, and the other one is weird. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. It takes a while, man. It's hard to navigate. I don't really know, and like some of the stuff is just laid out a little bit strange. It's like it's old school and never updated, which I don't understand because the other wiki is pretty basic, but it's very straightforward. So it's easy to kind of understand what's going on. And for someone like me who doesn't really know everything in the game, I'm very new. I prefer that things be laid out a little bit simpler for me. Because otherwise, it's just confusing trying to find those quests, man. Um, what was I trying to look up the other night? I was trying to look up because I did my first raid, my first ever raid, and I got this thing, imbrued, which is weird to say. Imbrued, that R in there, it really throws me off. Plate mail breastplate. I got to get into one of these houses here. This one here, I think. So the wiki here says that this thing is a part of or not the wiki, the tooltip? No. Item description? Yeah. Says quest. And I was confused what that quest was. So I tried figuring out what that quest was. I still don't know what that quest was, but it still says quest there. But if I try to navigate the one wiki, it's really confusing. If I tried to navigate the 99 wiki, I didn't see a quest. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what the heck's going on there, man. It's so confusing. Okay, the hard part now. Let me tab out really quick. We're going to pull up Sebelis, and this will be on the 99 wiki. They have camp locations, so if I click on Disco, it says it's on the southeast side. Okay, so here we go. Tab back in. So it says it's down here where they are. Okay, I think I actually know how to get there. Believe it or not. I do have my invis. Hold on. I don't have... I was farming the, what's his butt? Bloodgill Marauder earlier to get, these things. I guess this is for a key for some raid or something. I don't know. Again, I'm new to everything, so I don't know what any of this is. But that Marauder drops like a boatload of these keys. And I was just kind of hanging out, killing it with this other guy that was there, and we were looting all the stuff off of him. So I don't have my spells all set up at the moment. So here's another group. This will also be my first time seeing other players with the old models. Check it out. How cool is that, man? How cool is that? So the map says they are down here. Okay. So if I remember right, yeah, look, this little jerk right here. Oh, I'm summoned. Oh no, 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 no. I just invis the group. Oh crap. Is there an enchanter in this group? There might be. These are 43. Let me get this song out. Probably a heal. And then the, is it this one, I think, is the health regen and some strange... Protecting them from magic. This one. I think it's this one, actually. Psalm of Mystic. Here we go. Okay, so the let's see here. What have we got? I can't tell because they are sitting. That guy looks like a cleric, right? Creale. Anonymous. Okay. Kithic Core. Anonymous. Wonderful. Well, this guy's a monk. That guy looks like a shaman. This guy's a mage. That would imply that I am the CC of the group, I think. Which is interesting. A lot of people that I've played with assume that I can CC everything, but I actually can't CC everything. I'm currently in a, what would you call it? Like a gap. So that guy might be a Death Knight, maybe? So, two-handed weapon, Death Knight. I guess he could be Paladin, but he is... Attack that guy back there. Yeah, so my, what was I saying? I've come across several groups here who are unaware that bards can't CC at this level. So at 47, I think it, or was it 43? There's this huge gap where I can no longer CC. It's wild, and I can't CC until 53, which I have the spell. So right now I cannot CC anything. I can ensure single target pulls, which is usually what I do. And the other form of CC, air quotes CC, is this weird minute-long charm I have, which isn't very helpful in a lot of situations. It can sort of do 2 targets at once because I can mez one, I can charm one and have him attack another one, which sort of takes 2 out of the fight. But for the most part, it's not Enchanter CC, that's for sure. I think it adds strength, yeah. Which is something I had to learn. So they were telling me to use a different song. The verses of Victory. So this is a haste song that I can do. The haste does not stack, as far as I'm aware, but the attack rate, strength, and agility do stack, which is something I've been doing. Disco. So why do they call this group Disco? I don't see any disco lights. Let's try to get loot out. So on the TLP, we've got access to this nifty little thing called the Bandolier, which I didn't know about until very, very, very recently. And this lets me very easily and simply swap between my instruments. So I can boost my... Oh, that guy did not... See, this is where we're going to get in trouble, I think. I'm hoping that they... The way that he had mentioned about my other spell, I'm wondering if he knows that I can't do it. Let me just double check there. Hopefully. I just assume that everybody else sort of knows everything much better than I do, but you never know. He's a level 40 ranger? Oop, I think they're offline already. I requested some items from the guild bank. Looks like they're sending it to me. Which is cool. This place is also cool. I like Sebelis. Come on, you freaking die. There we go. So I haven't seen, like I said earlier, I just am getting distracted because I'm in a group now, but I just turned on the old models, right? So I haven't seen the way these people sit, but they sit kind of crisscross applesauce, which is kind of funny. But look at this guy, this lizard. He squats. Look at him. How cool is that? He's a squatting boy. Uh, it feels weird to just charm them like this, but because the other issue is that my charm costs mana, and I don't get my mana back very fast. In fact, I think I regen at a rate of 2 per tick, which is obnoxious. And this thing is using it at a rate of a 60 per cast. Wow, look at this guy go. Look at this guy go. My goodness. Cannibalize 3. Ooh, that's a... Is that rare? I don't know. I don't even know where this guy came from. So earlier when I got in the group, I was worried that... I had dropped an enchanter's pet, but it doesn't look like that was the case. There is no enchanter in this group. So just kill this guy. So we're getting the group regen up to 31, which is what I like to do so that the healers in the groups, when they're kind of pulling this fast, they don't have to fuss around with healing these other people. And especially that guy over there, Rodic, he can canny. Actually, does my other song work? You know what? I think my other song works for canny, doesn't it? This one? Am I wrong about that? Protects from spell damage. I feel like I read somewhere that that works on cannibalize. Might be wrong on that. Probably wrong on that, but I'll go with it and we'll see. I'll go with it and we'll see. How big this guy is. And he's naked. He's a naked boy. I was under the impression that monks... my friend is a monk. And he has been yelled at so many times by people in the group whenever we get a weapon drop about how monks should only use their fist weapons and fist weapons are the best thing ever, blah, 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 blah. And then I finally am in another group with a monk and he's using one-hand blunt weapons. So it's interesting. Interesting. We'll go with that. Let's get the... one of these guys. Get this guy here. Make him tank that one. And then we will do this one here. There we go. And now some people are a little low on health. So right when this song finishes, which is the nice thing about the bandolier, I don't need to have the instrument equipped the whole duration of the song. I can just tap it right at the end. So I get the instrument... Oh, my thing broke already. There we go. Really break. Oh, break again. Oh, he doesn't like me. Oh, and these... Look at this old mage pet here. Look at this guy. How cool is that? He's just like a little blob, a little elemental blob. And I love that the casters just have books. So he's asking if charisma affects charm. I read that it did, and then I brought it up in a group pretty early on. And someone in the group was pretty adamantly saying that it does not affect charm chance on live, but if you were to play on P99, you do want charisma. But if I hover my cursor over charisma, it does say influences successive charm. But it specifically says the successive charm. It doesn't say anything about the, ticks, because that's what was breaking. The spell was landing, it was just breaking early. There we go. I'm rooted. I'm burning through my mana. Look at this shit. I'm all the way down to 72%. Oh boy. Loot. Fight. This song is a loot also. I wish I could figure out why the mana regen doesn't work. 963, 965. Right, 965, 960. Holy shit. Holy shit. Get this guy here. Charm this guy. Have him help attack. There's a lot of guys over there. Looks like we killed a named? I didn't even know we killed a named. Look at all the stuff that dropped. Oop. Back attack. He's gonna break though. 5 seconds. Oop. Let me try this little guy. Attack that guy. There we go. I'm definitely not what this group wanted. They definitely wanted a... They were expecting an enchanter that can just mez everything. And I am not that. I'm a very bad version of it, that's for sure. Although it looks like, all things considered, the cleric is, you know, kicking ass, right? I mean, she's staying full mana considering the group is just kind of getting hammered. Oh, is that why it's called disco? There's a light above us. That could be why, for all I know, huh? Hymn of Restoration. Let's go. Niv's Melody. Swap to that. I gotta get better at that, because... What are we at? We're at 40 regen, which super helps, I guess, everybody in the group, honestly. And Vrodic over there. I wish I could see if it's affecting him or not. I don't know if it is. I can't tell. Oh boy. There are frogs in here. So what is here? Let's take a look. Because I've never been here. So according to this thing, there's like 6 different names that can be in here. I'm assuming a couple of these are just rando spawns. That's kind of crazy. There's a lot of spawns here. The only camp I've been in Cebalus is up here. Which you can't see in the height filter. Right here, which is the Scarab and the Golem. So let's sit on our butt, get that 2 mana back. I wonder if there are mana return items that I could use. Because that would be helpful. If there was one. I don't know if there is one. You have parcel deliveries. Well, that's good. Hymn of Restoration. Equip the flute. Got it. Try to keep these people topped up. Of course, Shaman coming. What's he doing? He's casting something at him. What did he cast? I don't know what he did, but he did something. I think he put like a poison on him or something. That, maybe? Venom of the snake? I can't see it. Venom of the snake. No, there's no way it was that one. It says it's ticking for like 200. See what the group can do without me charming that one. Because I would love to not have to... I would absolutely love to not have to blow another 60 mana on this charm. I mean, it looks like they do just freaking fine. Yeah. Group's doing great, man. Cleric's kicking butt. And they have a shaman. Mage, monk pulling. I've had a lot of groups where I've ended up as not the puller, which is wild to me. Absolutely wild. Managed to get 1% of my mana back. Woo! What's happening? Oh, is he rooted? Oh, he's rooted. I know that feeling, sir. You just stand around. So this guy is a ranger. I've grouped with several rangers, and they have fallen on their face tanking. So this is the first one that's like done fine. I was told that they do fine, and I remember inviting one to my group, and he did not do fine. He did not do fine. We really struggled, man. It was rough. It was super rough. But he's doing just fine. This guy's kicking butt. He's doing just fine. He's rocking it. He's rocking it. Oh, his elf form is showing, though. Got to 62%. Oh my gosh. We've got so much mana. What are we doing? What are we doing? I could charm like 2 whole more things or something. Do that. One of these. Oh, keeping the group topped up at least. We got that going for us. I do feel like I have lost my usefulness on some groups. I used to, 100% fulfill my role as the CC'er, and it seems to have kind of gone. I don't know. I'm not able to, because I used to be able to just CC anything that showed up, and now I'm not able to do that. And it's a little bit frustrating. I kind of wish I was still able to do that. It doesn't look like I am able to do that for a while. From my very little research that I did, it looked like it wasn't until like Luklin that the other spells showed up that sort of filled in the gaps. But since we're in Kunark, we just kind of have this gap. We'll always have this gap. I get one at 53, but it only goes up to 53. And then beyond that, I get one at, I think it was 50. I mean, I don't remember, 57, maybe. I might be wrong on that. Probably wrong on that, for being honest here. Let's be real. We've been wrong about everything in this game. We've gotten better at singing. Woo! I do kind of wish the songs had a sort of audio trigger to them or something. Something of that nature. We got a frog. I mean, I like this guy. He's doing great. He's doing fantastic, man. Much better than the ranger that I grouped with, whose name I can't remember, which is probably a good thing. I was very early on, was like Oh, what level was I? 35, 33. And I had asked the groups that we've been in, like, hey, where should we go to level? And we were told to go to, we were told to go to City of Mist. Now, those of you that are familiar with the current iteration of City of Mist will understand how much of a bad idea that is. I was not aware of that. My indication was that, yeah, you could do City of Mist, you can do the early area. Things hit a little hard, but the XP modifier is really wonderful. And then mobs have nerfed health, so things kind of die a little quick, right? So I message a bunch of people and I tell them, "Hey, we're gonna go to City of Mist. Do you wanna hang out with us? We don't have a camp yet." And look, I got this group together. We got in there, right? Things were great, except some of the named creatures were level 50. But we were able to do it. We were actually pulling just fine and doing just fine, but our enchanter kept charming a golem, and that golem kept breaking just all the time. So every pull, we would have the monster that I pulled right along with the broken golem that this enchanter would have every single pull. And it just made it so rough and so difficult. And eventually, I walked into a room, and again, the names were, I want to say they were 49, not 50. But I finally walked into one of the rooms, and there was a name in there, and I didn't expect it. And I didn't know where. Oh, he's dead. Why is Kithagor dead? He's dead. What happened? What happened? Oh man, I think. Well, Roddock was AFK. Creo must have been watching TV. I don't know. Oh no, he died. Oh yeah, but anyhow, I ended up pulling that named into the group, and um, of course the enchanter pet broke, which then got the enchanter low. The name turned, punched that enchanter. She died. Then the tank picked up the enchanter pet, which killed the tank. We all knew that we might die, so the whole group bound themselves in City of Mist, except for the tank. So the tank was in Common Lands, and he just sort of fake DC'd and never came back online, which was frustrating. So that was the end of that group. After that, we ended up getting a secondary group into City of Mist to try it again. We got another tank. We did quite well. We were on the right side courtyard by the temple, and we had this mage in there. I can't remember his name. But we were doing pretty good. We were pulling everything, like you do. What is this stuff? Jarsoth. There we go. But we ended up at a point, again, the names that spawned were like 49, 50, whereas we were 40, and there was this just stark difference. And the things we were fighting were like 45, 46. So the names were random. In that temple, we had the golem spawn, and then we had this ghost spawn and another one spawn up top, and they were all positioned so that I couldn't go in and pull anymore. So we killed the golem named, and then we ended up wiping to the other one, which to be expected, right? But anyhow, the healer was from both groups. So that first terrible group that I was in, that I made, was so rough. It was so hard. We didn't know what we were doing. I invited a druid healer, and she was kicking butt. And then for the second group, we invited that healer back again because she was the only one LFG. She was the only one. And I messaged her and was like, "Hey, I know you probably don't want to group with us ever again, but we're going back to City of Mist if you want to come with." And she was wonderful and came with. The mage, however, I grouped with later on in Karnor's castle. That guy, I messaged him and said, "Hey, we're going to Karnor's castle. You want to come?" He said, "Sure." Joined the group. He ran all the way from the common lands to Karnor's castle. And right before he zoned in, he said, "Hey, is this a torture group?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said that he's from the City of Mist group, the second one, the one where we actually did pretty well, except for the named. And then he left the group. The dude ran all the way from the common lands all the way to Karnor's castle and then just left the group, which is so wild and so weird. But like I said, some of the people in the game have been crazy. They really want very hyper efficient groups. And I mean, look at our group. We've got a kind of bonkers group here, right? We've got a Ranger tank, which is doing great. He's actually low level. Hell, what level is this cleric? She's red to me. Is she 60? This guy's red too. What are these guys doing here? I wonder if someone here's boxing. Thing is they're in different guilds. But you know what? 3 of them are anonymous. Right? We've got the mage, the cleric, and the tank that are all anonymous. So it's possible one of them is boxing. But he did let himself die. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I have to figure it out. I need to figure this out, man. See what the heck is going on. Because there's something fishy going on here. And all the clerics I come across are purple. Wonder what they're all wearing the same crap and they're all purple. What's going on? That's also probably why the cleric has so much god dang mana. She's level 60. I'm not sure why she would be here. There's no way she's 60. 4 levels above me. There's every possibility she's just 54. Because I'm 50. And that's all it is. Nothing else, right? I'm not singing. Why am I not singing? I wasn't singing for very long. Still have everything up. There we go. Oh boy. Attack him. Attack him, my frog. Attack this one, my frog. Wait, which one are we attacking? The assist is flying all over the place. I don't know which one to attack. This feels a little bit like when I was raiding and I wasn't entirely sure what to assist or what to attack because it was just everywhere, man. All right, we're going over to this one. Back and attack. Come over here, my friend, my little frog. My little froggy boy. I don't know what we should call you. Down to 47% mana. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess we're just going to suffer. Just suffer through the polls. It's not like the cleric has issues with mana. My little buddy, attack this one now. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Okay. Oh, and he pulled it off of me. See, this ranger's doing great. He's wonderful. I like him. He's doing great. What I need is a way to get my mana back. Because it's getting a little rough here, especially if he's gonna keep pulling at the rate he's pulling. I'm gonna have to find something to do here. I'm sitting on my butt, hope for the best, because I only get 2 mana back per thing I do. these here. I wonder what I should maybe try to do here is CC the high level frogs, but these lower level frogs, maybe we'll just let them sit in the group. Call it a day. Because these aren't a threat, really. It's those higher ones, the level 50 plus ones, if they show up. Those are the ones I'm a little nervous about. Come back, frog. Where are you going? And what's with the frogs, man? That's all we kill in this game. Upper Guck, Lower Guck, and then we're here in Sebelis killing more frogs. Freaking frogs everywhere. That's all we do is kill frogs. It's wild. See, this is the... Okay, he CC'd. But I was going to say, this is the... where I would pull, or charm. Just because these are the higher level ones. See, they're level 45. Oh, he did the split. Look at that. How good was that? That was pretty good. I feel like I tried that all the time on my monk and it just never worked. They came anyways. I don't know. Every time I tried doing what he just did, they would just all get up and follow. It could be because there was one... Because they were around a corner, technically. You know? Because the what was it? The golem and the frog were kind of in the hallway, and there was one in the front. But I don't know. Because the tank pulled it. You know, he hit it. We're just going to go with... That was a very nice split. Oh, I am, I think I am no longer here. Oh no, you're going the wrong way, my little frog. Don't go that way. That way's bad. Yep, that way's bad, my guy. You don't want to go that way. That way's danger. We're gonna, charm one of these big boys. I like their little tails they got there that kind of just drag around on the floor. It's like a little bit like a Roomba action, you know? If they walk around enough, that tail is going to collect all the dirt off of the floor. Sweep it to the side. You know, if a Sebelite golem is happy, does the tail wag back and forth? That's a good question. I really like these golems. They're cool. Of sort of the monsters I've seen, I kind of like them. Where are you going, sir? Please do not leave. The monk's good. He knew mine was gonna break. Ow. Look at that. He pulled it right off of me. I like this guy. Why can't I group with more people like that? Hopefully he doesn't die again. He doesn't deserve to die. He's done a wonderful job. You know what it is? I think the mage and the cleric might be boxing. They're both red to me. That's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm going to go with. Oh, that's really nice. Look at that thing. 5 int, 5 wisdom, 3 charisma. That's a nice little thing. I have a little baby shaman that has this thing. I guess that's better. But it is still nice. Whoops. Pressing all the wrong things. Get rid of this window. Thanks, guy. I can always rely on you. My good friend from Vietnam. Breakfast again. We having broken rice and what'd you say? Steak? Flank steak or something? I hear something. Scarab. Pox scarab. Look at these guys. I think these would be a fun mount. If one was to be able to saddle one of these things. Man, look at this. You'd be able to like climb up walls. Everything. Oh, there's a froggy boy coming in. I tried to get it. I don't generate the threat they do. You wake up early enough to chill before work. I generally wake up and go straight to work. Have my coffee with me on the way. Oh, my mana situation is not great. Still at 50. Someone told me when I get to 55 and I get the anniversary gear, I'll be able to charm, and in his words was indefinitely. I don't know if that's true or not, but that would help my situation with being a group CC. This will be a CC time if he brings them all into camp. I don't know if he's going to or not. He's been doing such a good job of splitting them that I'm not sure if he will. Got him. Attack this one, please. Thank you. So I'm just charming one and making an attack the other add. Basically, that's it. Just to try and break up the damage a little bit here, because we're going to end up killing both of those anyways, since I can't keep them perpetually. So we'll just make them damage each other, which just help us in the end. There we go. He's done enough damage, because he's going to break soon. Make him help kill this guy real quick. Oof. Where are we at? 40% mana? Ugh. Ugh. So that one died real fast. Look at that. That's wonderful. Kind of what I was hoping for to try to charm them. I don't know what to do about mana. Not sure what to say or do. Every form of mana thing I've done doesn't seem to help. I only ever go up to 2. My own regen doesn't seem to help for some reason. Well, all I'm going to do is just try not to charm on every pull, every double pull, you know. And we'll keep up the double heals and just sort of hope for the best, I guess. fill. Very nice. See, that worked out all right. A little stressful having un-CC'd things in the camp, I think, but it's fine. It's fine, right? It's okay. It's not the end of the world. We'll CC in the poles that need it, but these little stinking level 43s, we don't need to CC those. Oh, there's another one. Hello, froggy boy. That's all I kill on this game is frogs. At some point in my life, I am going to kill something that's not a frog in Everquest. I swear and I promise. There will be a time where we kill something that is not a frog. I don't know when that time will be, but it will happen. I mean, technically, we are fighting the Sebelite golems in here, which are not frogs. And we did kill an Ixar necromancer earlier, which also is not a frog. Which one's Rukit? Oh, that's the monk. Okay. Hey, he rehasted. Woo! Sit on my butt. Get that 2 mana back. I do have the clarity packs, bottle of clarity, which is restored 9 mana every 6 seconds for 4 hours. Blah 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 blah. Not super important. But I've had clarity. Back and attack. There we go. I've had clarity from an enchanter on myself, and it didn't seem to do. It didn't seem to do anything when I had it. My mana didn't go up any faster. I didn't notice any difference. So still just two a tick. Maybe I'm bugged. You know, maybe I'm bugged. Maybe that's the case. That'd be funny if that was the case. He broke. He broke her early at that. Riposte? I'm behind them. How is he doing that? Sting Frog is talented. Able to repose from behind. Which is crazy. Look, he pulled it right off. You see that? Do you know how many tanks I group with that can't do that? And he's not even an air quotes tank? Ixar Necromancer. Okay, so I'm gonna have to use some mana because these are a little higher level. My poor man is down to 40%. Oh, geez, this guy died fast. My goodness. Does he want me to... Oh, I didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know if he was waiting for mine to break, because mine still has 20 seconds on it. This thing cost me 60 mana, man. Go get something else. Apparently there's nothing else, because he's not coming back. He's going to come back right when this guy breaks. Calling it. Of course. Of course. Winning a lot of stuff. Jarsath scale of embraces. I believe I'm using those, which aren't better. And I guess they would be better. Oh goodness, we've got some frogs here. We'll have you attack that one, and then we'll fight this one. So we got 2 out. He's trying to kite that one, I guess. Okay, my CC broke, so I'm gonna have to charm one. There we go, very nice. Someone leveled. Oh no, amphibicide. That wasn't a level, that was an achievement. Fake level. Sit on our butt. Try to get some mana back. We're sub 40% now. And we got only 2. 2 mana. Every time. I don't know why. Even with my own song doesn't seem to affect it. I wish it did. Then I wouldn't have to worry about mana so much. Ah, jeez, the frog broke. Interesting that he broke and went straight for the cleric, because I had him charmed. Oh shoot! Let's charm the big one. It failed. Okay, charm the little one. Maybe I can't charm that one. Okay, make the little one attack the big one. Get him! Get him, little guy! You can do it! And just like that, we're down to 20% mana. What are we going to do to get our mana back? I don't know. They invited me to CC and I'm doing my best. I could just waste one of those bottles to see if it does anything. Inspect. Stores 9 mana. See, I think this is just literally a cleric thing, but they just don't seem to work on me for some reason. He's breaking. Frog-like Jinn Shaman has broken. I have. They even gave me meditate, but it's a weird 1 out of 1. I'm not sure what that's about. One out of 1. Maybe I need to do some research into it. Because this has been a problem several times where I charm a lot for CC because it's the quickest way to go about some stuff here. Oh shoot. Got some froggies. Got some froggies coming in. He pulled both. Let's not CC. No, this is on Teek. One of the TLP servers. Ugh, here goes my mana again. 23%. My poor mana pool. It's just forever diminished. Ever since the ranger died, every time he gets a little bit lower, I get more nervous that the cleric is AFK again because he AFK'd or something earlier. Mana rods. What the heck's a mana rod? I'm on Teek, one of the TLPs. I am a basically brand new player. I've never really played Everquest too much, so you'll have to you'll have to excuse my ignorance on a lot of things here. I'm doing my best to learn, but there's a quite a bit of information out there. Ooh, he gave me one. What is it? One charge for 150 mana. Oh, how cool is that? Mages can do this? Can it? Oh my god, it works. It gave me mana back. We'll have him attack this one. I need to look into why the clarity and stuff doesn't seem to affect me. So there's a cooldown on this, which I guess was to be expected. I've been in this Doc Wayne or anyone else who's more familiar with EverQuest. I've been in this predicament for a long time on my Bard now, where my mana song doesn't affect myself and an enchanter's clarity doesn't affect myself. All that I can ever get is one, and when I sit down, I have 2 regen. Oh boy. This Mage's Mana Rod is the first time I've actually gotten like significant mana back. And I don't know why. I guess maybe it's just a restriction on bards? I'm not sure. I'll charm this one. It says there's more coming, but I don't see them. I think he's feigned death somewhere. Oh, he's rooted. Back up and attack this one. It's a bad time to get rooted because we had some spawns in camp. Ooh. Where's the cleric going? See, I'm thinking the cleric is high 50s, maybe 60. Because she just does not take damage. She's like taking it like a champ. She's read to me in Anonymous, so I'm not entirely sure, but she really doesn't ever take damage. Mine's fading. Well, if I'm able to use that rod, I guess I'll be... Oh, I can't see that one. Okay, and I'm rooted. I'll be a little more liberal with my charms in that case. There is a frog coming down the hill. I can see him over there. Why can't I click on anything? There he is. Oh, he's going around the corner. Attack! Why aren't you attacking? Look, this frog has been on the cleric this whole time, and she's just fine. She's just fine. Yeah, maybe. I should probably ask some of the higher level bards in the guild. Because we have a lot of... I don't know if Maz is online, because he's the one I usually message. Let's see, M's. I don't see him online. I don't see Phaedra online. Those are the ones I usually ask. Because they're higher level bards, I ask them what the heck to do, because I never know what I'm doing. Alright, this thing is almost up again. What's the cooldown on this? How do you know? 5 minutes. Okay. Oop, we got a golem. Other one. Be my friend, golem. Now attack your brother. And we've got just a few seconds on this thing. Get my mana back. Can actually have a little bit of mana. Gosh, I wish I'd known about this sooner. Doesn't affect your mana song? Hey, Yenneth, I was told that Elixir... I can try it. We're on Kunark. Oh gosh. I think I just tabbed out on accident. Yep. See if he trades me one. Doesn't look like he is. So they are saying that it does work. Oop. There we go. Okay, we'll try this. Let's see. So this is a elixir of greater concentration. It says it increases my mana by 3 for 20 minutes or something. So we'll watch the actual mana here. The specific mana. Okay, so I'm at 459. 460. So Mana Song is on. I'm at 460, sitting, and I have the potion. I only went up 2. I think at this point, Singing Steel is a possible answer to mana issue. Yeah. I've seen a lot of Singing Steel on the server. Oh gosh, where are we going? So I was in Plane of Fear last night, and the guild was passing on a lot of this stuff. I have this, what is this, Imbrued plate mail at the moment. It doesn't really help me any as far as mana, but it's better than what I had. Actually, I think one of them did have int on it, and I don't remember which. Was it this one? This one. Does intelligence affect my mana pool? I don't know. Maybe I'm just supposed to suffer. If that's the case, it's fine. Or maybe like you said, maybe if there's a piece of gear that strictly increases mana regen, it would work. Or there's something I drastically don't understand about the game. Because all I ever go up is 1 while I'm in combat. 43, 44. And, you know, we should not be going up by one by all accounts, right? Because I have my song, which at this level is 9, I think. And then I also have that potion, which is 3. So 9, 10, 11. I should have 12 extra mana, but I only ever go up by 1. And then when I'm sitting, it's only 2. You know, what I could do is just unequip this. It looks like it did. So if I unequip this bracer that has int on it, my mana goes down. So it looks like int does affect mine. Don't know by how much. Do I have a piece with wisdom? Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. I'm sure I have something. Here, wisdom. My gauntlets are wisdom, so we can try that one as well. No, wisdom does not. Which is weird because that's on my bard piece of armor, but whatever. So it looks like int affects my total mana pool, but other than that, I don't know. It's not, I'm not getting mana back. I'll message one of the bards when they get on. I'm sure one of them will get on at some point. Or maybe they're on an alt. I didn't think any people actually had alts anymore because of personas. Yeah. That could be what the guy was telling me about, because I was in a group with a guy who had a 55 bard, and he said the anniversary tower would give me armor that I'm able to charm much more frequently. And he may be referring to like actual mana pool as opposed to like mana regen, you know? The way he made it sound was indefinite, but who knows if that's the case. Maybe the lovely mage will notice that I am approaching 30% and send me another rod. Oh gosh, she's running. Don't run away. Get him, Ranger. See, our Ranger has been wonderful. The Ranger so far has been a better tank than most of the tanks I've played with on the server. It's definitely not class. It's got to be player. I guess it's just because he's not, you know. Oop, here they come. We'll attack that one in the back. Get him, frog. My frog minion. Look at that. He's tanking. He's beating up that shaman. Oh, there's another one. Where's the other one? Oh, the other one is mine. He broke. Oops. Duh. Which one? I'm on the wrong one. Whoops. Yeah, because I've grouped with a couple of guys. I normally play with my friends, and a group doesn't normally have room for, you know, 2 guys or 3 guys. Usually we have to form our own groups. So I end up grouping with a lot of very random people at times, and I've noticed that even though I sort of stick to the same kind of group structure of like, you know, a tank being either warrior or knight, and at these levels we have an enchanter along with a cleric, the groups vary drastically so much from group to group, and I want to say it's just the amount of AFK time some people are doing, right? Like, you know, if the mage is just sitting down and just using the pet and not throwing a nuke, or I don't know, the wizard is not nuking as often. It just feels like certain players do much more with the same class and the same gear than other players, even though, you know, realistically, I don't have a whole lot of buttons and a whole lot of things I can do differently. but the little nuances that you can do with your class seem to affect things pretty dramatically. Which was something I kind of enjoyed about my very first raid was the other night. We did Plane of Fear, and then we went to, which I'll butcher the names, but we went and did the dragon in Emerald Jungle, the dragon in Nagafin's Lair, which I guess is Lord Nagafin. We did Veneral Sathir, and we did some fish in the Ocean Zone. Very small fish. But a lot of those bosses were not, overall super complicated, but the mechanics that they have to be executed well, otherwise the raid will wipe, which I thought was sort of refreshing as someone who comes from, very modern MMOs, very modern raiding, where there's 2 pages of mechanics and your rotation is, 12 buttons long, or in the case of Summoner in Final Fantasy XIV, like 72 buttons long before you come back around. It was actually kind of interesting to look at the wiki and read the abilities of the boss, and then it's like death touch every 30 seconds and has this much health. You have to stand on his belly. But if you mess up any of those mechanics, things go awry very fast. Or if people didn't know about the belly casting, or if people didn't know about, putting magic resist on the raids, it felt like while the raids were very simple, they were fairly complex looking, which was kind of nice. That has been my role, yeah, the whole basically every group I've been in. Early levels, I was the enchanter. We didn't need an enchanter because I was able to charm and mez. But I'm in a dead zone at the moment where I don't have the ability to mez anymore because my mez only worked up to 47. I have a new one at 53. So at the moment, my only CC is this charm. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's my favorite thing is being a sort of utility player. I like to help other players succeed, not so much myself. Which was something I really enjoy about Everquest. When we talk about Bard being a utility class, that's something that's sort of lost in modern games. There aren't really the utility class when we talk about the triangle in MMOs, right? Tank, DPS, healer. Well, in EverQuest, there's that fourth role, which is the diamond, which is like a utility, which is like enchanter and bard. I guess you could argue like shaman to an extent too, but they're more healer, right? But in modern games, they don't really have those. You don't really have that anymore. It's like it's gone. It's gone to the wayside. I can understand why people don't like it, but I think it's kind of cool to be a strictly utility, strictly sort of buffing, assisting kind of class. It hasn't bothered me too much. I do when I run the parser program, I do significantly less damage. If I'm able to use my damage songs and not the healing, magic resist, haste, and mana song, if I can use my damage songs, I was able to keep up with some of the party, but yeah, for the most part, not really. It's funny you bring up shaman because my persona is a shaman. Playing Ixar Shaman. I'm level 12 at the moment. I really like Shaman. It's fun. They get overlooked. I thought they would be more used because when I was looking at the spell list, if Luke Lin and Planes of Power are included on the spell list, then there is no longer a gap for CC from what I saw. From 1 to 60, there's no longer a gap. You can CC everything. Though the higher levels, it's a little bit I think it's a little lower than what you currently are. Cleric only. Look at that. A couple shields. Got a stick. It's kind of a nice stick. It's got Tashani on it. Level 35. That's like a shaman stick. And then that 0.5 guard captain's mallet. That's really good. I really enjoyed my shaman. I've yet to be in a group. I've mostly just soloed, which is interesting experience because I'm able to, tank and solo stuff. Yeah, I get that feeling. I get that feeling a lot. My guild, because we're playing on the live servers and gear, because the loot rules on Teek rather, the loot rules are kind of bloated, so there's just an abundance of gear everywhere. Excuse me. Because of that, you're able to run wonky groups. You don't need a sort of, meta kind of group with like multiple enchanters. But some people in the guild were saying that you can run sort of wonky groups now. You don't need the meta groups, and a lot of people are sort of stuck on running these meta groups. Who won the mallet? Vrodok won the mallet. And there's a lot of is that when the game gets less popular? Is after Planes of Power? Yeah. Oh, he pulled, and I unmissed my guy. I thought he was... Okay. We're gonna remiss. That's my bad. Attack him. Wait, no, attack this one. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I've not done any of the Planes of Power stuff. So I was looking at kind of spell lists and stuff, and I think no, I don't. Only when I stream, which is on Tuesdays, do I do the sort of pickup group thing. On any other night where I'm sort of playing with my buddy, generally speaking, we can't get into a group as two players, so we form our own groups and we go from there. The last group we were in was actually here as well, Sebelis, but it was up in this camp with the Necrosis Scarab and the big golem guy whose name I don't remember. Charm. But no, normally, so I can show you. I don't know if you play on the server, but I can show you how many people are LFG. Look at this list. I know this is hard to read because I play in 4K. I'm streaming in 1080. But this is the list of people my level LFG. It's an absolutely massive list. Generally speaking, we just sort of form a group rather than trying to join groups because it's quicker that way. If I sort this by class, there's 2 clerics, 2 enchanters, 1 paladin, a bunch of shadow knights, 3 warriors LFG. Usually we will message people and I'll warn them. I'd be like, hey, usually I start with tank and healer, and I'll message them and be like, hey, we're going to form a group for, a location that we Googled because we don't know. Both of us are very unfamiliar with the game and we don't know locations. So we'll say like, hey, we're going to Sebelis. We're both new players and we don't really know the camps. Would you want to do it? I've never had someone turn me down. They've all been like, yeah, sure, we'll go, And then we form the group and get there literally within like, resist. It'll be within like you know, oh, another resist. Oh my gosh. That's 120 mana I just blew. I'll try this one. There we go. That's better. But yeah, if we form the group, it goes much faster. The issue I have is that EverQuest tends to be, while not a very overall complicated game, the little nuanced things you very much have to follow, otherwise things fall apart quickly. Similar to what I was talking about the raid, and one of those things is knowing locations to camp. As a new player, trying to find camps or where you're supposed to level is actually rather difficult, believe it or not. We had a heck of a time finding spots. Thankfully, the Project 99 wiki for Old Seblis has camp locations. It was the only one that does. We don't know what any of the camps are, but usually when I speak up and say like I'm a new player, people will be like, "Hey, you should go to, you know, EBC or LCY or so, or whatever other weird acronym there is for everything." But I have come across a lot of very angry players, and they. Oh, nice! He gave me a rod. They get upset very quickly, and they'll leave the group. I think one was a tank, and he left the group very fast. He was very upset at us not knowing what the camps were in the group, which was actually funny because this was in Karnor's castle, and I had told him ahead of time that I was like, "Hey, we don't know the camps. We're gonna form a group. Do you want to go?" And he came, and the rest of the group came. And I was in with my friends, and we got all the way in there, and we started to pull, and he ran into a room and pulled the whole room, and then we had to zone out. When we zoned out, he said, "All right, I'm just gonna go LFG for an entrance group," and he just left the group and went LFG right in front of us, which is really funny. We actually got another tank to come in. And we said, you know, the same thing. I warned him ahead. I was like, "Hey, we're newer players. We don't really know what we're doing." And that tank told us everything about Karnor's castle. He told us where things spawn. He told us where to camp. He even went to show my monk friend where to pull from, all the rooms and where to pull from. It was an absolutely wonderful guy. So there's like these stark differences between the players. But it's so wild how I'll come across like that tank who is like so angry, it wants everything to be perfect, and then this other tank and these other players who are just absolutely wonderful people who will explain everything about the zone. He'll tell me where everything spawns. He'll tell me what the names are, where to pull from, yada yada yada. I just kind of wish more people were a little bit more like that, because it's a little bit intimidating for me to form a group and go into a place like Sebelis, you know, and I look at this map, if I disable the labels here, you know, this map is huge. Look at this map. This is crazy. I don't know where to camp. I don't know what levels things are. And the worst part is, in some of these camps, things will be like this level. You know, what's this? This guy's 47. And then the name will spawn and he'll be 55. So it's that much harder to kind of deal with things. And it's rough as a very new player, not knowing camps and nuances to try to level alongside people who know kind of everything. Let me just get rid of this guy. There we go. This is Breewall's maps. This is the map, Breewall's. I had disabled the labels. Sometimes it's a little hard for me to read the rooms with the labels on, so I turn them off. But it's got all the names and stuff located here. But I mean, the point still stands. You know, when I look at this map, there is not a, you know, these are camps. You know, the generally accepted camps. There's like I camped here, and this was called NG on the Project 99 wiki, and I don't know anything about it. There was another one of my first groups when I came in here. We ended up at NG, but he wanted to do ABC. So for a new player, he's like, "Let's go to ABC," and I'm like, "What the heck is ABC?" So here I am googling Everquest ABC, and weirdly enough, it works. Believe it or not, it works. It'll come up and say like, what is it? Armorer. It's these guys down here. Armorer, chef, bartender. Right? Yeah, armorer, bartender. There's a chef somewhere. I don't know where. Chef. Here he is. Yeah, ABC. So they camp somewhere down here. I didn't know that until I Googled it and it popped up. But like, some people really want this stuff and they're very impatient. And I get it. It's an old game and I get it. There's some guys that only have like an hour to play, 2 hours to play. They want to get on, get in a group, go to a spot. They don't want to put up with someone like me who doesn't know the camps, right? And they get frustrated when they spend all that time running to a location, get here, and they don't, know where everything is or yada, yada, yada. But on the flip side, besides maybe 5 people in total, from my experience of 1 to 50, I'm 50 still. Well, 50 and a half. Everybody else has been great. Everybody else has been great. Especially the guild I joined, Chef's Kiss. Everybody in Chef's Kiss has been the best. Absolutely wonderful. Especially in raid last night when I was saying that I was completely new and never done a raid before. They were explaining every little thing to me, which was great because I had no idea what was going on. Can you use the find feature? They said that in raid. Fake news mentioned that. I think you can. Because I remember very specifically when we were running through was it the jungle, I think? I think it was Emerald Jungle, and they went to a very specific spot to pull the dragon, and he said you can use find on him. I didn't do it because I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to use find, but I do remember him saying that. So I think you can use it on this server. Yeah, actually, this is the first time when I joined this group. You can probably answer the question. The mage summoned me to him. I didn't know that was a thing. But when I zoned in, I expected to have to... Usually I will invis myself. And if something sees invis, I will use lull on them. And I'll just walk by them. But this is the first time when I got here, I just got summoned to the group. That was wild. Is that what that is? Call of Hero? That must be what he did then, because I came in. And then I panicked because I was invisible. And my invisible song is group wide and pulses every 6 seconds, as you know, as a bard. And when I got here, he summoned me to the group, and I panicked because I was still playing the invisible song. And if there's an enchanter in the group, I will immediately break their charm because I'll make the whole group go invisible. But there's no enchanter here, so it's fine. But I did panic. One of the many, many times I panic. Let's sit on there. Oh, he's got another one. What is your go-to class, Doc? What's your like favorite class? I really enjoy Bard. I've enjoyed my Shaman a lot too. Pally? I've played with oh, jeez. Rod me. I'll just sit until this is Rod me. I played with 4 paladins and many Shadow Knights. Many Shadow Knights. The warriors, I've not had a single issue with any warrior. All of the warriors have been wonderful. A couple of the Shadow Knights I've had some problems with. They've been very out of mana. But paladins we've had the most issues with. We usually get nervous when we group with a paladin. The worst tanks have been paladins so far. However, the previous Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. Or no, I think it was Saturday. I grouped with a paladin in Sebelis here. We were fighting that Necrosis Scarab. And he was great. He was absolutely a wonderful tank. And then he replaced himself with another paladin, and she was also just as great. So, like we were talking about earlier, where it's like the it's the player, it's a lot of the player, and I'm kind of thinking that a lot more now. The players definitely are affecting the outcome of some of these situations because from level 30 to level 40, there's not a lot of gear difference there, and the three paladins are really bad, and the other two were great. Yeah, they were maintaining. We did have an enchanter in that group, so we were getting quite a few. Oh boy, we were getting quite a few. I was just pulling at the moment. Again, I don't know if you are playing on Teek, but there are like a lot of people in the zone. So at the moment, there's 33 players in this pick, which is pick 64, Runes of Sebelis 64. And generally, when I'm in here, everything is camped. ABC, Disco 1, Disco 2, and NG will all be camped. So the entirety of the front section here, there won't be anything alive. So when I was pulling in that group with that paladin, the super good paladin, um, I wasn't lulling anything. It was more of literally anything. Like if there was three frogs up in a room, pull all of them, because if I leave them behind, someone will come behind me and take them. So that group, the paladin was just constantly working to break mezzes and stuff. It is a lot of picks. It's less than what I saw in Unrest and Guck. Unrest and Guck were over 100, if I remember right. I was not happy about going there. My friends and I actually did not even go to Guck. I'm sorry, go to Unrest. We skipped Unrest entirely. We went to other. Where did we go? Unrest. We went to Upper Guck, and then we ended up in. I want to say Crypt of Dolnir, somewhere in there. Was that at 30? Somewhere like it was like 28 maybe. We were in Crypt of Dolnir. Dinar. Rod, please. This rod thing that this mage can do is amazing. I can actually CC. Dolnir, though, I did not get a chance to explore. Unlike all of the other places we've been, like Upper Guck, we did every camp in Upper Guck, including the Shin Lord, which was fun. We went to Kern's Tower. We did everything in Kern's Tower as well, top to bottom. Dolnir, we did not. There was a lot of people in Dolnir, and we ended up at the front entrance, and then we leveled so fast because we were pulling everything in all the areas up there that we actually never went back there. According to the wiki, we out leveled it, so we just went to a different zone. I don't remember where we went after that. Oh, that was when we tried the City of Mist debacle. That was awful. I'm never going back there again. City of Mist was a terrible, terrible experience. Hated it. I didn't know you could buff pets. That's cool. Oh, this is my first time playing with the old models, and I gotta say, I cannot get enough of Ixars squatting when they sit. I think that is so cool. They sit there and squat. And I did see an ogre earlier, and he's just like a big wide blob running at me. That was funny. Where is he? He's up there. Oops, he's on that one. Let me get the golem. Golem. I'm gonna fight this. Fight this guy. They pick their butts? Is that an animation? Yeah, I am used to seeing the updated models where they're kind of tall and muscular and not like big and fat. And someone in guild had said that I need to see a troll as well because they are just as funny as ogres. I understand why people like playing them now. I will say that. They make them seem very appealing. Kithikor's going down. Oh god, he's kicking my butt. I have gotten a massive armor upgrade though, Mr. Golem, from that raid last night, so I am quite durable. Lots of people use them as tanks. My friend is playing one as a tank. My friend that I was talking about, who also doesn't know anything about the game, we level Bard and Monk together, and my persona I've been playing as a shaman. He plays a warrior, and he made his warrior a female troll. Absolutely hideous looking thing, but it's funny to see running down frogs as this huge troll. Duplicate lore items not allowed. What does that mean? Oh, did he try to give me another rod? It's still on cooldown. Got a wizard coming. Is he rooted? He's rooted. To pull the area, yeah. I'm pretty comfortable pulling any area because I have lull. So I'm not really worried about pulling anything. I'm able to split rooms pretty easily. I feel for other classes that are pulling because I seem to have such a easy time with it. Normally, though, speaking of pulling, a lot of the times in these groups I come to, people don't actually want me to pull. They want me to stay in camp because of the mana song. So we got some Skeletal Ixar Talons, which is for some quests I don't remember. Eldurer, Spirits, Gauntlets, Druid only. And then Sarnak Hide Mask, which is 5 strength. I think I'm wearing that. Aren't I wearing that? I am wearing that. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Oh. Every time I go to break my pet because he's looking at it, he goes to pull something else. It's like we're thinking the same things, but he's one step ahead and I'm one step behind, or I'm one step ahead and he's one step behind. Every time. Speaking of kind of funny stories, my best group that I've been in was in Sebulus. We were at that camp I was talking about, the Necrosis Scarab. When I made that group, I was the first one to zone in because I was looking for a camp for the group. And I died to a C-Invis mob before the group had even arrived. So I was zoned in and I went to look, and then I was trying to run. I made it like 2 steps before the zone out up here by Track's Teeth and died at the door. I didn't make it inside. They like stun locked me. And then they had to come in and clear while I ran back. And I was like, this is the most embarrassing start to a group ever. And you know, these dudes that join the group are like, what did I get myself into? Because as soon as they joined, someone died. I am hoping that he's able to find a replacement for me. There's a lot of bards, LFG. There's a 52 bard. There's 2 enchanters. 52 there. Yeah, he found one already. This is one of the nice things about playing on the server that is so populated. It's frustrating to find a camp, that is for sure, but it is not hard to replace someone mid-group, man. There are so many people looking for group. You were talking about early on. You were talking about bards are looked over, and people sort of prioritize enchanters. I was gonna say the same about necromancers, unless they're just so popular. Usually, when I look at this LFG list, there's not that many at the moment, but usually there's like 15 necromancers LFG, and so far necromancers have been the top damage by a long shot when I run the parser in my groups. They're just doing absolutely like the entire group and again over in damage. So I've really enjoyed bringing necromancers along in the group. I've grouped with 3 different mages, and they've all been sort of AFK. So I can't really speak on mages. I know that's like besmirching the good name of all mages out there, but man, I don't know what it is, but the mages have all been just AFK all the time. All the dang time. Although, if mages can give me this rod, I might invite them anyways because I can perpetually CC in groups like this. Is lore, yeah. Yeah, I would agree. But, I mean... Should I still help them? He told me to drop the group right when the guy pulled 3. He seems fine. I don't know if I need to CC anything. He's got all 3 on him. Yeah, I think it's fine. They're bringing in a replacement for myself. So he's going to invite him to the group and then summon him to us. Because it is getting late for me and I have to get off soon. But I do try to stream every Tuesday night. So if you're into EverQuest and streaming, this is what I do. I was going to try to farm the VP key, but it ended up being a lot easier than I expected, so I kind of put that off. It ended up being very easy. I have a lot of the pieces already. I have 4 of them. I really wasn't expecting it to be that simple. First, I need to check my parcel. Does it have gear? New gear from the Plane of Fear. Hello. Parcels. Retrieve all. I got the embrued armor, embrued pants, and embrued... Look at me, I'm yellow. I'm a very yellow bard now. I've got almost the full set. All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. And I'll see you at the next stream, hopefully.